All right, we are going to start chapter 6 in our CPM book. You can access your textbook online if you go to My Apps at hsd.k12.or.us. You should be able to log in with your school Google account and click on CPM, okay? And we're going to find chapter 6. If you have your textbook at home, great. If not, you can, like I said, access it online. So as we get into chapter 6, this is like one of the best CPM chapters, right? This is where it really takes off. We've had some experience with multiplying fractions, adding, multiplying, adding, and subtracting fractions. And now we're going to get into dividing fractions. So we're going to just keep building on what we've been working on throughout this school year, okay? So let's talk about what's expected of us with our standards and our mathematical practices as we move through chapter 6. Sixth graders will continue to apply and extend understanding of division to divide fractions by fractions while making sense and persevering, okay? We'll continue to apply and extend. I'm gonna highlight that because when we talk together, we often say, okay, what are some words that we should make sure that we all have a common understanding for? And applying and extending our understanding is to use what we know and to continue to build on it, okay? So sixth graders will continue to use what they know and build on, okay? Division. What is division? What does that word mean to you? I think putting into groups. Putting into groups. Okay? While making sense and persevering. So sometimes we're going to feel stuck. Sometimes we need to just back up and figure out what is the question asking us? What are we trying to do? What's our goal? Right? And then continuing to work through it as we figure out what is being asked of us. All right, sixth graders will apply and extend. There it is again. I love this. We're just really building on everything we know. Understanding of arithmetic to algebraic expressions, as well as reason and solve one variable equations and inequalities while using tools appropriately. So much language in there, you guys. So much language, right? So arithmetic, I know in my math class we talked about, that's kind of a fancy word for math. Algebra, some of you have told me before, algebra means that there's a variable involved. So this is math. Let's see, we've got our algebraic expressions that they have variables in them. I'm going to say includes variables in our expressions. Okay. And then the one variable equations. Variables, if you remember, that is, oftentimes we see it with a letter to represent an unknown quantity. It's a way to represent an unknown quantity. Okay, and then inequalities. It's kind of exciting here. You had some of these on your chapter 5 summative assessment, right? If A is greater than B, what does that tell you about A? If A is less than B, what does that tell you, right? Inequalities, those are greater than, less than, or equal to, okay? So lots to dig into throughout chapter 6. We would love, Miss Seveno, Mrs. Lawson, and I would really like to know, what do you know about division of fractions? What do you already know, and what do you want to know? Okay, the first part of the chapter, we're really focusing up here on dividing fractions by fractions. So what do you know and what do you want to know? Let us know in Flipgrid and we can add some of those comments here onto our compendium, okay? All right, you guys, we're excited to start lesson 6.1.1. Bye.